I'm Justine from Sweetyoga, and this video is a tutorial about one specific pose, Uttanasana, forward fold. I tend to see two scenarios with this pose, and I just want to go through some adaptations, some considerations to make things feel a bit more integrated in this pose. So we really need to think about starting at the feet. And if we pick what is my scenario, a forward tilting pelvis, can you see I've got quite an arch in my back and my front of my pelvis is dropping forwards. So if I don't consider adjusting my body a little bit, it will all be loaded in my lower back as I fold forwards. And this often gets described as swan dive forwards in vinyasa practices. Now, nothing wrong with that. It wouldn't be something you'd want to do all the time. I think it's really important to not overload the very lower vertebra. So how I would adjust for this scenario is press down through the floor, have a little bend in the knees, lift up through the spine, maybe slightly adjust that tilt of my pelvis to not allow this, but to bring it back a fraction. Now my thighs, my core, my spinal muscles are all going to be part of this as I fold forwards. I'm not having to counter-lever so much backwards, and I'm able to go down with complete control. And in time, if I wanted to invite really straight legs, that's something I could do and just adjust the rest of the body. Okay, so that's scenario one. Scenario two that I see often is the opposite of scenario one, which is that dropped pelvis, the backward tilt of the pelvis, anterior tilt. So this scenario, people tend to fold forwards from the middle of their back. So there's no strength here really. There's a lot of strain through the body. The pose is coming very much from here, which is not what it's about. So what can we do in that scenario? So this version, again, start at the feet, press down and feel that what's called ground reaction force coming up through the legs. Okay, so there might be a little bit more straightness in the legs than when we started off in this pose, but it goes further up the body. It also goes to the spine, all the way up into the chest. And this scenario, this person might feel taller, straighter when they start. I would also probably get them to look at where they are in this vertical position, okay? So this person can just remain tall, vertical with the spine as they go down, and it starts to move horizontal. Knees can remain bent, but the pose now, or the effort and the work in the pose now has gone through the whole of the body. It's not just remaining here in the back. I hope that's useful to you. Have a go, see how you get on. Any comments, I'm happy to respond to them, but please give me a like if you enjoyed this so I can continue to give you more.